Welcome back to Nostalgianomics. My name's Alex. So I've been getting questions in the comments like, Alex, have you seen Shining Fates? Alex, what do you think about the price drop in Shining Fates? Alex, is it time to move in and invest in Shining Fates? And then I've been getting other questions like, hey Alex, can you do more of those videos where you do like the analytics and you kind of do your research and show how you decide what you invest in? And so I thought, hey, I'll knock out two birds with one stone, do them both in the same video. So today we are talking about Shining Fates. And I know it's been a huge price drop lately, tons of supply hitting the market. There's a seller here that if you buy 4 or more, you can actually get them under what the original retail price was of only $48.59 a box. Seems like a no-brainer. Let's all move into this before it goes sky high, right? I don't know. Well, let's check. But let's look at a few things first before we make that decision. Sound good? All right. I'm going to jump over and look at Champion's Path. So what I like to do, the first thing when I'm thinking about getting in a set, I like to look at other like sets. I like to find other sets that have a lot in common so I can see how they performed in similar amounts of time. Obviously, nothing's perfect science, but this gives you a good benchmark on something to move forward with. So, Champion's Path, all right? First thing I like to do, let's see when they were released. Champion's Path was released September 25th, 2020 in the US, all right? So we're looking at about a year and a half, maybe, what, a little more, a little less, about a year and a half, right? Now we're looking at Shining Fates, which was released just over a year ago. We just crossed the year mark. So, we're only about, what, 6 months or so off of when Champion's Path was released. So now we have a good benchmark to know when the sets were released, so a good time frame on them. How's Champion's Path performing? Well, Champion's Path has 2 hit Charizards in it compared to only 1 in Shining Fates. Keep that in mind. But how is the Charizard V performing? I like to look at PSA 10, PSA 9, see how they're going. We have a 281 here. I think that's low. Yeah, 350, 345, 350. It's basically about a mid-300s card right now. Let's look at the PSA 9. Usually they're about half. This one looks like it's a little more than half. You know, kind of high hundreds, looks like. Maybe up to 200 a card. All right. That's a high one. Don't know if that's a real sale or not, though. It's hard looking at eBay sometimes. You can't trust every sale you see. Obviously, you can't trust the ones with the line through it or anything that says best offer. You don't know what they accepted. You also can't accept auctions that have one bid or prices that seem just, you know, really high or really low. Sometimes it's people ending their listing, or sometimes it's people trying to shill bid, things like that. You want to kind of get a good idea of an average, and the average I see is like mid to high 100s, maybe low 200s. So, like I said, about half of what the PSA 10 is going for. Now, what about the Rainbow Rare Charizard? Okay, the Rainbow Rare, we have a 611. I think that's high, 468. 370, I think that's low. I think it's actually in the mid-4s like we see mostly. Yeah, I'm thinking mid-4s. We'll say low to mid-4s. PSA 9, yeah, about half that. 225, 240, 207. Just about half. Now, how's the product doing with Charizards that expensive? Well, it had a huge run-up lately. This is actually the cheapest price on eBay. I'm going to leave the link in the description below. This is Sassiato. He's a trusted eBay seller, has 100% legitimate product. And he's got more than 10 available at the cheapest price on eBay of $92.79. So, after we get done with this video, if you think this is maybe a good investment, hey, maybe start stocking up on Champion's Path before it goes even higher. But I wanted to show the price of all the Champion's Path Charizards and the price of the box before we moved into Shining Fates, so you kind of had a baseline to go off of. What are Shining Fates cards going for? All right, the Charizard. It's very similar to the Rainbow V Max. It's in the low to mid 400s, all right? The PSA 9, about half or a little more, 229. You know, we're still looking 252, so low to mid 200s. All right, let's look at this product now. Again, it's only $48.59. So you're asking yourself, why are the Charizards about the same price, but this product's half the price? Why not just buy this product? I can open it up and gamble and get a Charizard, and I have twice as good as gamble as opening Champion's Path. Not quite, not quite. Let's move over to Pokelector, and we can look at the sets as a whole. All right. So both sets, in my opinion, are dud sets. They don't have a lot of good hits in them, and you're basically chasing the Charizards. The problem is Champion's Path has 2 Charizards. Oh yeah, and let's not forget the free Charizard you get just for buying the Elite Trainer box, the promo Charizard V, which is, I believe, still more expensive than the Eevee promo in Shining Fates. So it's already got Shining Fates beat there, and it also has 2 Charizards in it, so it's got it double beat there. Now, let's look at Shining Fates. It's got so many more hits, right? It's a way better set. Not quite. It's got Skyla, which has a little value, but all these Shining cards are basically kind of duds. Not a lot of collectors like these Shinings. They're nowhere near as popular as the Shinings from Hidden Fates. You cannot compare the two. A lot of these Pokemon are just not as popular Pokemon. It is what it is. They don't resonate with collectors or investors or anyone who wants to buy into Shinings. Unfortunately, the truth hurts. It is what it is. But we get down past the Shinings to the hits, all right? Again, there's not a lot of sought-after hits in these. You would think these gold cards would be big hits, but they're not performing very well, okay? You can get PSA 9, PSA 10 copies, not very expensive. They're not high performers. It's basically all about the Charizard. The problem with that is with Champion's Path, there's not a lot of cards in the set, and there's not a lot of hits in general, making these Charizards very much easier to hit. This set has tons of Shinings, tons of hits, even more full art Shining hits and other hits. It makes it harder to hit this Charizard. Meaning, you're going to spend, I don't know, 5, 10 times more money trying to hit that Charizard than you would the Champion's Path Charizard to get the same exact value of Charizard hit out of it. The other problem it has going for it is PSA is closed. All right, it's closed. You can't send your cards in to get graded for less than $100. No, a lot of people aren't going to spend $100 to possibly get a $400 Charizard hit. If you're wrong, it's only worth about $200, and then you got PSA charge, you got shipping there and there to PSA and back to you. You got eBay fees, you got shipping out. Basically, you're better off selling the card raw. So there are people right now who are sitting on stacks of these Charizards that are waiting for PSA to drop their prices to a reasonable amount where they can grade it and profit very well. The problem is that could tank the PSA 9, PSA 10 market of those Charizards in Shining Fates. So, where does that leave us? Well, we have Champion's Path, all right, which has 2 Charizard hits in it, all right? 2 Charizard hits. They both have great value, and they're also easier to hit. Now, in time, will that bring down the prices? I don't know. We're at a year and a half. It's out of print. The product's already risen to $92 a box. I don't know if we're going to see those prices drop much more. Now, Shining Fates, it's got 1 Charizard hit, all right? It doesn't even have the Charizard promo. It's got an ED promo, all right? It's way harder to hit, and the top prices we're seeing are only in the 400s and 200s, and we don't even know how many are going to get graded, so we don't know how much these prices are going to come down once PSA opens. So, all of that considered, if you want my opinion, what I'm doing, I'm giving it the big, I'm not investing into Shining Fates right now. I could be wrong. We could see 6 months, a year from now, these boxes be worth $90 like Champion's Path was. I doubt it. If I had $50 to put into something, I wouldn't pick Shining Fates. I think there's a lot of other places $50 can be worthwhile. If you do want to be invested in a Charizard, you know, I don't know what kind of a deal that's going to be. If you wanted to start buying the raw ones, sitting on them, wait to grade them, I don't know how many people are doing that. I don't know how many of those are out there. You could get burned. It's a gamble. You could hit a home run. I don't know. But as for the Shining Fates product in general, the actual Elite Trainer box, I'm not moving in. I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past. If you do want to move in, like I said, I'll leave the link in the description below. But I just think Champion's Path is a better set to open, to have a better chance to hit those Charizards and get those returns on the pools than Shining Fates is, unfortunately. So I hope this helped everyone out. If it did, if you liked the video, if you liked me a little bit, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. But anyway, if you don't, thanks for viewing. Thanks for watching. If you do, like it, leave a like, leave a comment. I do reply to every single one of my comments. And other than that, my name's Alex. This is Nostalgianomics. I'll be back here with a new video soon. I'm out.